In the NFL, it is hard to make a roster as an undrafted free agent. It just is. You don't get drafted. Not one team took a chance on you. It's hard to get drafted, especially when you go to maybe an unknown school. No other way about it. But for this year, especially at the running back position, there was an absolute baller who went undrafted this year. And you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about none other than James Robinson. If you do not know, James Robinson is a 5'9", 219-pound running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars coming out of Illinois State. So, how did this happen? How did he go unnoticed? Well, let's take him back to college. He is number 2nd in Illinois State record books for rushing yards with 4,444 rushing yards, 44 rushing touchdowns. He has 5,200 all-purpose yards, 46 total touchdowns. He's 3rd in total points scored with 276, and he averaged 5.5 yards per rush, 96.6 rushing yards per game, and 113 all-purpose yards per game. He went to an unknown school, Illinois State. Well, so he goes undrafted. Only 2 teams offered him a workout or a contract, I guess you could say, and that was the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers. He chose to go to the Jags after the 49ers Super Bowl season, likely for him to go ahead and get a better chance to be a starting running back. The 49ers have been known last year to have multiple running backs and have been hard for him to get true snaps. So, who do you have to beat? He had to be out Leonard Fournette. Okay, Fournette had his crazy rookie year. Fournette's dropped off. He's had injuries. So, did that happen? It absolutely happened. Fournette eventually got released, picked up by the Bucs. He's out of there. It's the James Robinson show. How did he do as an undrafted free agent rookie running back? 22 years old. What did he do? Well, he had 240 attempts, 1,070 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns, 4.5 yards per carry. Now, am I saying that's the best? No, he was top 5 in rushing this year, nearly top 5 in attempts. He was in early 20s for TD scored by a running back. Didn't have the best average. He was towards the later half of averages. But for an undrafted free agent to come in here and have over 1,000 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns, that is crazy. We've had other free agent rookie running backs who undrafted come in and have an impact with Phillip Lindsay for the Denver Broncos. But for me, this marks more than Phillip Lindsay because this dude, and I know you're saying the Jags have number 1 pick, but the Jags have their running back of the future, and they literally just looked at some free agent guy and they're like, hey, let's get you. Let's bring you in. So, if you look at it in some of his recent games, my favorite game he played was against my Cleveland Browns. He had 22 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown. Just dominant. And we don't have the worst rushing defense. I mean, we're mid, honestly, but we could still do something, and he absolutely exposed us. And like I said, he was the bright spot on this team. They went 1-15. They have the number 1 overall pick, but if you guys do not know his name, you have to know his name, James Robinson. I believe he's a future Pro Bowler. I think he's going to get his way into his top 10 running back conversation in a couple of years. He's literally just a beast. But, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. James Robinson, if you do, you know his whole thing. You know how much of a beast this dude is. Looking forward to seeing more out of this guy. But, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.